terms of what I'm finding really valuable is not just the families having encounters, but the children and what the children are telling me about their encounters and why they're here, James. And when you've got a 9-year-old coming out with some of the star languages and telling her mother that she's here to help her family wake up and that she can heal water by speaking to it in one of these languages, then you realize that this, they're here. The new ones are here, what I call the new humans are here. And this is fascinating because it's right across the globe when I get a 10-year-old telling me in England that at 7 or 8 he was given technology. He went to the school and was telling them that they taught incorrectly, because what he was saying was, you teach in a linear fashion and I think in spirals. And then proceeded to say that he was the son of the sun. In other words, he comes through, he tells me, a portal in the sun from where he comes from, which is how he described it. These are what young children are actually saying to their parents now, which to me is just incredibly useful in terms of understanding how everything is changing.
Have they given you very much information about the Earth and the changes and the days to come?
Well, the little 9-year-old from Northern Europe told her mother that everything is shifting in the next 5 years, and she mentioned from 2012 to 2017. And she said there are going to be a lot of changes, and some of them are going to be quite challenging. But she was saying that the purpose of the new children coming in is to be teachers, that they are going to help with this shift, and that although they're only young in terms of biologically, that they are going to be very, very aware souls and are going to help us with whatever that transition is going to be, and that we have to listen to the children. This is what she said, that unfortunately a lot of adults don't listen to us. And she actually made a funny comment. She said to her mum, who was translating it into English, she said, Mary has big ears, and her mother laughed and said, well, the reason what she's meaning is Mary is listening to us, and lots of adults don't listen to us, which I was glad to hear. This is really the most important thing. Why give children so much credibility in terms of and veracity to how they're helping us understand is that they're not at the point where they've been so programmed out of that awareness that they've still got an integrity and a clarity that we lose once we go to school. And actually this 9-year-old, I call her Kathy, actually said that the schools program you out of your light. And she was saying that in terms of the population of this planet, 50% is Starseeds, but she said unfortunately due to programming, education, stress, out of that 50%, only 20%, she said, retain their light. What saddens me, James, more than anything is when you've got, and I have a little family here with a little 8-year-old, well, little in the sense that he's biologically only 8, who tells me that he goes up on the craft regularly, that his family is the manta being, and that he actually goes and visits the manta, and they are his real family. He's got his human family to look after him. And he said to me, when he was telling about the fact that he goes up on the craft, that he talks about the blue beings that do a yearly medical exam, and he goes and learns about black holes, that he uses his mind to create things with other humans on the craft, that he communicates with animals and knows what they feel, and he said, I'm here to help humans understand animals, for example, all these kinds of things. But the sad thing was that he also said to me, so you mean I'm not crazy? Now when an 8-year-old is questioning their sanity, then I become absolutely disturbed, because if we've got young people questioning whether or not they're sane or not, even 8 years old, we have to change this. We have to change and really understand now that we've got these amazing children coming now and needing to be accepted and helped to understand, to help us understand what's actually happening with them so that we can support them with what they're going to help us with.
An idea that you have had before, that we don't look after the planet properly and the air, or did this idea come to you when you had this experience?
When I had this experience.
And how did that idea come to you from this experience? This is a little hard, but try to be with me here, okay? How did this idea come to you when you had this experience?
I just felt all horrible inside.
You felt horrible. At what point did you feel that? When you saw the craft, or when you got home at night? Or
when I got home.
You had that horrible feeling when you got home?
Yes.
And say more about that horrible feeling, Lisa. What was it like?
It was like in the world, all the trees will just go down and there will be no air and people will be dying.
And those thoughts came to you, had you had those thoughts before this experience?
No.
No. And how did those thoughts come to you? Did they come to you from the craft or from
the man?
The man. And did the man say those things to you? How did he get that across to you?
Well, he never said anything. It's just that the face is the eyes.
What was the sense you got from those eyes?
He was interested.